All right. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to PreMarket Prep. I hope you're having an amazing morning. Hope you had an incredible day yesterday. Good morning, Norm. How you doing today?
Good morning, brother. I'm doing better than the market with the numbers that just came out. My
Y-
lord.
yes, yes. I'm seeing that reaction right now as well. Um, what was the numbers today, Norm, that were coming out?
We had non-farm payrolls for this January that came out. Sorry, I can't even figure out what month I'm in. Um, 443,000 jobs added compared to the estimate of 190,000. And the previous month, December, 269,000 added. That is hot. And that is not good for the
Yeah.
market.
Yep. Yep. Absolutely not, man. Again, there's jobs out there. There's so many jobs.
That was
But yeah.
private.
Yep.
The non-farm, the full number was 517 versus 185. Woo.
We're seeing that the reaction right now on the SPY dropping, guys, very aggressive. We will see where this goes here. So that's going to change our gappers list, of course. There was not a whole lot happening here, but we did have some names, some big names that reported yesterday. We had Apple, we had Amazon, and there was another one, Starbucks, a few more. But at least those three were reporting yesterday. We'll look into those. You see Apple reacting to the overall SPY right now, Amazon and others. Again, this can change how things were setting up just a few
Yeah, we'll
minutes ago.
see how it
Yeah,
goes. Market's acting a bit interesting here, so could get some head fakes. Wouldn't surprise me.
yeah, absolutely. All right, guys, let's take a quick look on what happened yesterday, which there's not a whole lot that's different than what you already know. I mean, everything just very, very strong yesterday. Overall market pushing higher, and you have stuff like Meta, which, by the way, this move on Meta yesterday, very surprising because they were up already about $30 on their earnings the previous
Yeah,
day,
they were up
you
big.
know, and they just crushed it in the intraday action, guys, going one ninety 192, right, and then almost 200, 196 or so, 97. I mean, that is an incredible move that Meta has seen here. So a lot of good stuff happening for them. Pulling back a little bit now, obviously after such a big run yesterday, you are going to get some type of pullbacks, and we'll see. So that was Meta. We had Tesla as well, which also, again, just many things. If you were long biased yesterday, at least the first half of the day, you would have done very well. Tesla did have an incredible drop
Yeah,
though.
it was big.
It was a very, very big drop here around was 2 o'clock. It's just collapsed here. So that was also a great opportunity on there as well. AMD again, and around 2 o'clock, you see a lot of these tickers pulling back a little bit, but Tesla was the most aggressive. Same thing here with AMD, guys. Beautiful or 5 minute opening range, ABCD pattern, bull flag, high of day breakout. I mean, when a stock is trading like this is why we look at we want to see stocks like AMD with volume having this great price action because if you miss the 5 minute, you have a high of day breakout, you have an ABCD pattern. There's so many opportunities that come along when a stock is trading clean like this, right? Also, if you're looking for a high of day breakout, you also have an ABCD pattern, which I'm not great at, right? It's just more confirmation. You're gonna have more people buying into this because some people might be looking at an ABCD pattern, and others might be looking at a high of day breakout, like John does, right? We see him do those trades all the time. So it's just more conviction of a breakout, right? So it's great when you see a stock trading like that. Amazon, for the most part, didn't do great as the other ones. Apple did amazing. Amazon popped up a little bit, but a lot of sideways action compared to everything else. You did shoot up from 109 to 113. But again, it was a very slow cruise up there compared to many stocks that just shot up in the first hour or two and then got toppy after that. So not the best trader. Here's Apple, guys. Also really nice drop here below the VWAP and then shoots up all the way to 150. So great job there on Apple as well. Just a lot of things going on. NVIDIA and others also doing very well. Looking at our gappers list this morning, we'll see what's going on in the gap up list. RSRS 155. We'll look at that with 550 shares float. And then we'll look at some other ones. Nordstrom Poly reported up 26%. Oh, that's good. That is great for them. Yeah, we'll look into these. And then the gap down, we're going to see this grow a little bit as things continue to move here with the SPY. depending how things are going to shake out. So, Norm, latest and greatest for anything going on today. Obviously, we got some numbers that just came out.
Yeah, we had the hot jobs number and the unemployment rate, average hourly earnings, labor force participation rate all just came out. We've got S&P U.S. Services PMI at 945, the ISM Services Index at 10, and the San Francisco Fed President, Mary Daly, speaking at 2:30. Yeah, so
All right. We had to look out for any significant one in there, Norm, that we should be looking out for, or are these really big in the afternoon?
I mean, I think they're all fairly significant. Obviously, the number we just got, the payrolls number, is the biggest of the day.
Yeah.
That having been said, the PMI stuff, the services index, both numbers that could move things. And, you go through these cycles. The Fed just met. They just announced their interest rate. We've talked about that and everything that took place on Wednesday. For the week and a half or whatever prior to that, the FOMC members are in a dark period where they're not allowed to speak to the press or anything. So it kind of goes dead. Then they have the report, and then they'll start going out on the talking circuit again, speaking circuit again. So this is one of the first Fed speakers, if not the first Fed speech since that came out.
Okay. Yeah.
Obviously, it'll be the first since this payroll data just dropped. And usually those first ones have a tendency to be able to move things. Then you get into this period where I remember there was a week, can't remember if it was December or January, but there were like 25 speeches in a week by Fed members.
Yeah.
And they essentially did nothing because they were all, what had been said. They weren't saying anything new. But when they come out, especially after we have this data come out, after they've been in a dark period for a couple of weeks, they could move things. So we'll see.
Gotcha. All right, we'll see, guys, what happens there. By continuing to already made a low here, and it pulled back a little bit. Let's see if we're going to continue to make a new low shortly. So we'll come back to that. Let's remove our stocks from yesterday, guys. Control A, Control X. I am going to add Tesla because again, that's been hot. Already 5 million shares traded here, and again, yesterday, big drop for them, which is not too crazy, guys. I mean, if you look at the run this thing has had, it's been incredible, right? And they've been trading so clean, including yesterday. Many stocks like Apple, AMD, Nvidia, they traded great, but Tesla was still cleaner at the market open. You just had a really good pop there. So, and AMD actually was very nice. All right, let's go ahead and did I turn on YouTube? I did. Okay. For a minute, I forgot if I turned on my friends over here. So hello over on YouTube. If you haven't done so already, hit that thumbs up. Glad to see you guys. All right, let's get to our list. So RSLS this morning, these guys are up 152%. Their former runner, we've seen them, shoot up before here, 12.2 million almost, and they went from about 10 to about 20. Today, they're doing it much higher, much more aggressive. And this started last night, Norm. So is there some news worth watching this? Reshape Life Science?
Yeah, they make medical devices. I don't see anything, man. I mean, this is a garbage ticker. I'll say that. It's less than 500,000 shares in the float. They had a reverse split in December. This one's been discussed before. I don't see anything as of this morning. That having been said, I haven't dug as deeply as I might because it just doesn't interest me that much. I mean, you've got some candles here that are fairly terrifying, and you've got a 60-cent spread on a $15 ticker. I'm not getting close to that.
Yeah. This is madness. And let me show you guys because we got some time today. What was it? MSGM. You guys remember this madness? This is why these tickers are so dangerous. And there's been a few. I can't even think of another one that almost did the same thing pre-market. And let me not show you the 5 minute because that looks actually good. Let me show you the 1 minute. Show you how scary this thing looks here. If I can get to the 1 minute. This is why we stress how careful you have to be. This thing drops from 60 all the way down to the first initial drop, which happened if you guys were watching it live, it was very aggressive, down to 27.50. I mean, this is the stuff there's just, you got to be careful with. Like, you can't survive something like this. I guarantee you, many great traders blew up their account, got stuck in this, trying to look for an opportunity. This thing was up like 100 and something. It's just not worth it, right? So, very, very careful. I know you pull up a ticker like this one, RSLS, and yes, it's up 138. And if you could take a couple of shares and just get to 2022, you could have an amazing month, and we're only on the third, right? But it's just the risk on the other side is not, it's not worth it. So yeah, garbage stock there, guys. Nordstrom coming up big this morning, 30%, 2.5 million shares traded. One that does not trade very well, but looks like earnings is treating them good this morning, Norm.
Yeah, they had earnings and getting rewarded for their earnings. So
Yeah,
good
yeah.
stuff
So
there.
looks good. Again, not a great ticker, guys. It is in play. I'll put it as a possible. Maybe it could surprise us today, but I highly, highly doubt it. This is on the list of the Footlockers of the world, the snaps. I mean, it's just a bad, bad trading ticker. GNS. I don't know why this thing keeps coming up on my list. Also looks pretty bad here this morning, up 4.2. It's just really not tradable. And if you've seen the stuff we've been trading, I mean, look at this action yesterday. This is, guys, just pure choppiness. Look at the volume. What is this? A share? It's like one share in here. It's just,
Yeah, that's
yeah, man, you do not
another
want to
one
deal with
that's
this. Do not want
not
to
for
deal
the
with
faint of
this.
heart for sure.
No, 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 no. All right, let's go to Bill. Is this Bill? Yeah, this is Bill. And 22% down this morning, 252. Another one that looks fairly light on volume too.
Earnings
Um,
last night. They've got analyst downgrades this morning.
Yeah, yeah. They don't look like a great ticker. I can't recall seeing this ticker before, but I am definitely not a fan of this, guys. Very, very careful. Some of these candles, $5 or so. Just be mindful of that. All right, let's get down to, so that's our gap up list. Nothing but hot garbage. Besides Nordstrom, we'll put that on the list, see what happens there. And that's also not a great ticker. SI's been making some noise, has been for the past couple of weeks. Did also yesterday. This is Silvergate. I don't really watch this one. I'm not interested in trading. It has been moving quite a bit. I know some of you guys been watching it, but I'm not a fan of the price action of the way this thing actually moves. So I won't have it on my list. I think we're gonna find some great stuff to trade today, especially from our usual suspects, depending how the SPY does. Which, look, it looks like it wants to head back down to that
I take that
411.
back. I misspoke,
Yeah,
man. I
no
apologize. I
worries,
was
no worries.
distracted for a moment. They corrected me. Ryan Cohen took an interest in Nordstrom. It's not earnings. It's
Yeah, yeah. It's
I
okay.
got my
Listen, man.
mind got scrabbled a little. I
Yeah.
apologize.
And we're so used to seeing this thing
Scrambled.
only,
See,
only
huh?
when there's earnings. Like, we're so used to
Yeah.
seeing Nordstrom
It's
only.
so
Like,
bad, man.
it's so bad.
Nordstrom trades
Yeah, yeah.
terribly.
That news might actually be better than
Yeah, it
earnings,
could. That'll get it in
So
a meme
yeah,
situation and maybe get something out of it.
yeah, yeah, absolutely. So guys, look, be on the lookout for that on the secondary list. All right, so we got team next. So team here, we saw this yesterday. Again, very light on volume. Spread, guys, a dollar plus two. No, man, this careful, man. This is a great way to lose a lot of money, blow up your account. It's just not a great trading ticker. Very careful with that. Amazon, and it's not a low float, by the way, but treat it like one. It's 147 million, but this thing is so thinly traded, and the spread is just, I mean,
Australian,
oh, it's foreign.
not
Okay,
bueno.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
You don't want to mess with it.
No good, no good. All right, here's Amazon. I think this will be a good one today. And right now, just doing overall market stuff. But before that, we did have a nice little action here. And yesterday also was pretty good. So let's add Amazon to the list. They've
Earnings
been,
last night. It was a little hectic
yeah.
after hours.
Oh, that's
I
right. They had
watched it,
earnings. Yeah, yeah.
watched those earnings come out, and so it'll be
Yeah.
down 5% on that. It'll trade better today than it did last night. That's for sure.
Yeah, yeah, that's right. I forgot this was one of the ones on the earnings alongside Apple. We'll look at that next. So yeah, guys, definitely like Amazon, great volume. Apple was another one that was on deck with earnings also. And how was the earnings was pretty interesting. Drop and then right back up, back
They're pretty
down.
terrible, but everybody kind of thought they were going to be bad. So
Okay, okay. So yeah, we'll see how Apple does today. Great, great volume. Another one to add to the list here. Going back to our gap down list, we have Riot, which I'm not a fan of. Affirm, which again trades very light, so right now doesn't look great neither on our list here. Carvana was memeing yesterday, right? So you did get some action in the pre-market, and it looks like it fell apart here. So again, guys, very careful trading that. No bias when you look at companies like this where they're on the brink of going bankrupt, all negative news. Don't have a bias because the stuff could stay irrelevant or like not irrelevant. What's the word I'm looking for? It could stay either overbought or oversold longer than you can stay in it, right? So and be right at the end. So be very very careful holding through some of these moves here, even though you're no 100% this thing should be worth $3, right? Be very very careful. Um, all right, and a bunch of stuff out here. I'm not gonna go through these unless there's anything that looks great as far as our usual suspect. No, this list is massive. All right, let's go over to you, Norm. What do you have at this point that you like?
Tesla, obviously.
Yep, yep. Got that on the list.
Um,
Looking good.
Meta. Have you looked at
Oh
Meta?
yeah, yeah, yeah. Meta. That's right. That's the other
Meta
one
was
that's
on a
been
roll
explosive,
yesterday.
man. Yep,
Waiting to
yep,
see some of these. I'm curious to see what this job number does
yeah.
because the whole thing that we've popped on is the Fed chilling out. We had that big run after Jay Powell spoke.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I have a hard time believing that he wouldn't have been just hawkish as can be had this number come out last Friday and not today.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, yeah. Good point. Good point. Um, Here it is, guys. Spies continuing to drop. Wants to test that 411 looks like. And again, we had such an incredible run the last month, and this one's starting out with very strong as well. All right, let's head over to the chat. See what you guys have this morning. And again, it's gonna be one of those days where we don't have to dig too much. I mean, you can keep your usual suspects on. The stuff on the gap up doesn't look great. And here it's just gonna be a massive list of things that are not really in play, just kind of overall market stuff. And it's only going to continue to get worse as the SPY breaks this low here, if it does. So um, uh, let's keep that in mind. Uh, you're looking at Gene, Gene. Oh, no, 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 no. Penny stock, man. No, 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 no. No bueno. So be careful on that. A different whole type of trading an animal there. Let's take a look here. SQQQ today. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. The Qs, these are all going to be in play. Obviously, Qs is opposite of the Q, the Qs. So you see this gap pushing up here. The Qs are probably
and
selling
leverage.
off,
Don't forget
right?
leverage, not just
Yes,
opposite.
that's right. Leverage. That's actually more important than anything. This is the reason why you would do this is leverage, right? So I'm mindful there. But yeah, definitely in play today. It's going to be very active. Just again, be careful on that. Tesla's trading great. It has been. Tesla, I mean, since December, we really started watching it extremely closely, probably around after Christmas, I want to say, maybe a little bit before that. And it's been just wild, man. It's been really, really good. And as I mentioned before, their intraday trading activity has also been much cleaner than it was in December, especially the last 2 weeks. Much, much cleaner. The pullbacks are not as aggressive or as deep. It's been really, really nice. So I think I had probably like two trades, which I normally don't trade Tesla, but I traded it twice, and it's been not predictable, but it hasn't like completely wiped me out and then gone the way I was thinking it was going to go, right? So really enjoying that. What we got, Nor?
Nothing. Just the way
uh,
you're describing it.
Oh, gotcha, gotcha. Rivian. Let's take a look here. No, no, not really in play, man. I think these EVs are pretty much dead right now. Neo will be the next best thing that I could think of that would trade nice, but look at this garbage, just straight garbage. Nothing happening here. So I don't think that they're really in play. If we're thinking about Chinese tickers, let's look at Baba's. Oh, Baba looks interesting. We're starting to drop here. They had a nice run. Um, Sideways action the last couple of days after pushing up pretty high. This could be interesting because I like the way Baba sells off. I mean, when it sells off, it can really drop quickly here. So let's see. Might be more of a possible. I'll move this down if I find something better to look at. Um, Coin, crypto, possible short potential, Riot stock. Yeah, I mean, we I like Coin is my favorite one actually out of all of them. It used to be Mara. but they just trade so bad now. So coins, I think believe the best trader. Man, had a big day yesterday actually, 68 to 85, then down 5.5 today. I'm not sure about potential squeeze right now. It's just doing overall market stuff here. But yeah, it has a very interesting daily, as of course, a little bit extended here. And then Riot, man, I think Riot is just so bad. I'd rather trade something else 10 times. This is just a horrible ticker. It doesn't trade very well, low price. It's just, yeah, not one that I prefer to have on the list. All right, last on here, let's look at Microsoft, and then we'll look at Google earnings, as well. Again, not a great trader, but we'll take a look at it. Microsoft, yeah, Microsoft, man, big moves as well. A lot of this big tech, right, that have been beat up quite a bit, are pushing up nicely here as the market is rallying a little bit. Ooh, look at that action there. So Microsoft, obviously on deck right now, doing overall market stuff. Yeah, I do like this one. We can throw that on there. I like the action, man. This is moving a little wild though. Careful trading pre-market, man. This went from 259 to 258 very quickly. So careful there. And then, yeah, Google did have earnings last night. The issue
They
with this
just trade
ticker
bad.
is so bad, man. I trust me. I wish they trade better so we can be taking advantage of it, right? But
Yeah.
they're just so bad. Amazon is your go-to. There's other things out there that are going to trade better intraday. It's a great swing trading ticker. If you want to swing trade, this could be a good one. It's a big name. If you want to get into a nice price range too, instead of used to be a mortgage, I think, before. So now it's a nice price range. So if you want to get into that, maybe add to your portfolio, long-term stuff is great. But other than that, I don't see it at intraday trading. I don't see it on our list right now. And the funny thing is that when it is trending nicely, you got other things like AMD yesterday. I mean, guys, AMD was just, I mean, it doesn't get better than that. And I know Peter was probably salivating yesterday over here, but this is just clean, man. Really, really nice action there. So, and with volume, heavy volume, guys. This is 3 million shares there. You had like what, almost 2 million in every candle here in the 5 minute. That is sweet price action. It's gonna make your level two and everything else look very good. All right, guys, let's get to community events and announcements. We'll come back to this list in just a second and see how we can fine tune it even further.
Every Monday night, onboarding technology with my man Carlos. It begins at 8 p.m. Eastern. Don't be late. This is especially for newer members, and it's also open to all membership categories. So even if you're on the trial membership, be sure to go check that out on Monday. Tuesdays, we have strategy next Tuesday. Brian is going to be talking about trading the open. That's at 8 p.m. on Tuesday. He's going to give an idea of the strategies he uses and what he's watching for when he's trading in the first hour of the day. Wednesday, we have psychology. Next Wednesday, 5 p.m. Eastern, Creta is going to be talking about identifying your deepest fears in trading and dealing with them. Be sure to check her out. Thursday is mentorship with John at 11 a.m. and Thor at 8 p.m. TradingTerminal.com, where we are assembling a slew of tools for the retail trader for free. All these things are tools that the retail trader often spends thousands of dollars a year for. In total, you've got scanners, replay simulator, real-time simulators coming. They're working on it, fixing the bugs. You've got the Squawk, and then you've got the newest feature, which is this Insider. You can see at the top, you've got Retail Flow talking about what retail investors are discussing on Reddit. The word cloud gives you an idea of the most spoken about names in the big letters, sentiment in the colors, and then politicians and what they are trading. Also institutions, hedge fund managers, large players. So be sure to check that out at tradingterminal.com. Live Trading Summit, San Diego, March 2nd and 3rd. Come see us. It's a month away. Hard to believe it's only a month from now, but get your tickets soon and come see us for this full 2-day event. We're going to be trading live. We're going to have a number of presentations, conversations about improving your trading. We're going to have a panel discussion with the mods. So hope to see you there. And if you haven't been in the room, you'd like to give it a shot, go to bearbulltraders.com. You will find about halfway down that membership table on the left-hand side, that intro membership $49. Actually, use the promo code PreMarket34. You'll get a discount. It is a one-time payment, does not bill you, does not recur after that. So check us out, bearbulltraders.com.
All right. Excellent. Thank you.
PreMarket34.
Yep. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Norm. All right, guys, let's get to it. Question from John over on YouTube. Yesterday, you mentioned that Brian has a rule not to short a strong stock. What criteria do he uses to classify a strong stock? I think he says anything above 20%. He usually says that, like, if it's above 20, gapping up or gapping down 20%
You can
is
have a
usually
strong
pretty
stock that's
strong.
gapped down. So
That's
that's
true.
the other
Yeah.
thing that doesn't
Yeah.
really fly, because you can have a
Yeah.
strong stock. It's generally a feel thing,
Yeah.
and it's the move that it's making. You can have something that gaps down 20% and people see that as way overshot, and it grinds up all day. That's a strong stock as well. So you
Yeah.
just got
That's a
to
good
keep in
point. Yeah.
mind, be
Yeah.
careful about, the size of the move, the volume going through it. It takes time to kind of get a feel for it, but in general, it's just you can tell it's just being bought up hard.
Yeah. Yeah. One more thing, guys, too. If you guys haven't done so already, Brian does have a swing trading alert newsletter. So head over to bearbulltraders.com. If you click on, I'm always being asked this, if you click on education and you scroll to the bottom here, and guess what? It is completely free. We put out tons of free stuff out here, guys. So scroll all the way to the bottom, and right here you're gonna have swing trading alerts by Brian. Which, if things keep going the way it is, this could be some really great swing opportunities. So sign up here. You get a very clean email, no spam, right? No spam. We hate that. So very clean email, just showing you what he's looking at, position entries, and so forth. So definitely take advantage of that. And don't just do that, man. Get the book. Get the book. He has a book, How to Swing Trade on Amazon, so you can understand what's happening and what's going on as well. But yeah, sign up for that completely free over at the Bear Bull Traders website. All right, guys, excellent. We have a couple of things here. We have Tesla, Amazon, Apple, Meta, and Baba all looking interesting this morning. And then I have my secondary list with Coin, which again looking pretty good right now. Nordstrom, we'll see where that goes. And then we have Microsoft as well, which is looking very nice. Let's get some levels in here, and then we will see how, close eye on the SPY. We'll see how this continues to develop here. Are we going to get rid of all the gains from the day before? Let's see. I don't know. It's going to be an interesting Friday.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting day, that's for
Yeah.
sure. I don't have a read on it quite yet.
It's because it can go either way here, man. It's such a,
Yeah.
we're kind of extended. We ran up a little bit, and we'll see. I don't even know. It can really do anything here. Let's jump into Tesla, guys. Let's do levels. Highs and lows for the last two trading days, doing a pretty good job here, especially this level here, which you have tons of support. We did mark this down on yesterday. This is around 184. Or today, you do have your highs and lows for the last two trading days. And the low of the pre-market is right on there too, I believe. Yeah, low of the pre-market. Yeah, over here, low of the pre-market also within that area, slightly in a little higher than the first line there, 183 or 183 on the dot, really. So we'll do that. High of the pre-market above the previous day close at 191.81. So we'll mark that there. And I think you're good towards the top here. If we get above yesterday's highs, we can look at some levels towards the top. But for the most part, I think you're set for right now. Heading towards the bottom, you do have your low from 2 days ago, all the way at 170. But before you get there, you do have an area where you have a couple of days opening, closing at 178.09. I think that's worth noting there. And I think you're set. I think that's all you need for right now on Tesla. Here's Amazon. Amazon dropping a bit here, down 6.1. Low of the pre-market setting at a 105.58. So we'll slam a level there. And then towards the top, high of the pre-market, 109.30. That's a good level there as well. Looking to the left, let's see, man, these levels are playing very nice here too. You can see that there, here as well, and here. So not a whole lot to add. And if you look at in the middle of this range, there's not much here besides 2 days opening and closing around there. Yeah, I don't see a great level being set. So I'm not going to add one just to add one. I don't see a good area to put a level in between here. So nothing significant there at the moment. Towards the bottom, we do have this area here, 103.66. I am going to mark that down. I think that looks to be good there. All right, let's look at Apple. Apple this morning, we are down 2%, 6.7 million shares traded, and we're going to mark this here at 144.79. Your low of your pre-market and your high of your pre-market over at 150.09. So that's a really good level there. Got a nice range on Apple, guys. I mean, just look at the price section. You're stuck between all these levels at the moment. So you got very clear levels of support and resistance right now. I think you're pretty much set there. Next thing we're going to look at here is Meta. So let's take a look at Meta. Man, just look at the move on Meta, guys. It's just insane. Can you believe this stock was sitting at $88 just in November? And then hanging around 120 all December, no, part of November as well. And now we're up at 180. I mean, that is just insane. So that is looking crazy. Really like this one. Have the pre-market 187.36. We'll mark that there. And then low of the pre-market 183.08 at the moment. So nice range there. Towards the bottom, guys, let's go over here to the left between June and September. You got this whole entire stretch. Kind of went sideways there for a while. Big level on the dailies, 171. So we'll mark that for sure. And then we have another minor level, 176.96 will be a good one. The big one is this one up here, which we already have noted. This is 183, which is no coincidence, right? No coincidence here, here, and here. Well, guess what? That is your low of your pre-market as well. So right on the dot there, that's already marked down there for you. High of the pre-market, 187.36. And then from there, you got the previous day close and the highs from yesterday. So I don't think you need to add anything more towards the top this morning. I think you're pretty set right now. If we get above this high, we can look up and find what else is up there that makes sense adding to this chart. So that looks good. Let's look at Baba right now. So I like Baba. Baba's losing this previous day close. We have done this before here. Recovered, came back above that one. What is that? 109.74. Low of the pre-market being set now at 107.31. So 107.31. And then towards the bottom, we do have a great one here at 104.19. And then all the way down here at 97. I don't. That's a stretch, but anything is possible if this market decides to take a drop here. What I like about Baba, guys, if the SPY sells off, this one can be a nice sell-off, right? So we can definitely take advantage of this, guys, towards the bottom if we're able to see a sell-off here. High of the pre-market, we are looking at 109.17. So I will slam a level there as well. Cool. That is our list. Let's see what else we have. Coin, Nordstrom on here, and we have Microsoft, which are also looking pretty good. Nordstrom up 30% this morning. We'll see how that plays out. Good volume right now, 3.1 million as we speak. With that said, I see our moderators are coming in with their list. We have Mike, we have Peter, and Eamon. I've missed Eamon up there with his two tickers as well. We'll wait for a few more, and then we'll call it a day. Remember, Brian will be trading live. Well, not trading live, but he'll be preparing for you right after Norm and I are off. So make sure to stick around over on YouTube and kind of see what the chat room looks like, and then see see Brian prepare for the market open. All right, guys. Any questions? We got a couple of minutes. I'm set with this list. I like it so far. Tesla, Amazon, Apple, Meta, and Baba looking pretty good. Pretty good. Again, not great. I think that we're just sitting and kind of waiting to see what the SPY is going to do here. That's going to determine a lot. But yeah, but for the most part, these are all probably going to follow whatever the SPY does. Whatever happened to oh yeah, it didn't open yes. I was waiting for it. It didn't actually open yesterday. If you guys remember, LICN was the feature IPO for for the day, but we'll put a feature IPO for the week. And that's normal. We've seen that plenty of time. Peter can tell you how many times we have an IPO set to open that day, and it's just for whatever reason they're not ready, the books are not balanced, whatever happens, they get pushed over to the next day. It's very common, more now than before. Yeah, it happens all the time. Peter, we've seen tickers will get pushed for weeks, and we just stop even talking about them. But I don't know if these guys are going to be scheduled to open today. I see it on Peter's list, right? So it's on Peter's list to open up LICN. So maybe we'll get something out of that today. But if not, it's completely normal. It doesn't mean anything about the actual company. It's just what happens now. All right, so we'll be on the lookout for that. For those that missed it, since we got a couple of minutes, so I have it. Oh, I don't have it set here. But yeah, they're a company that was featured that we featured. Yeah, I don't have it set to be able to announce it, but um, yeah, be on the lookout for that one. Uh, what else, guys? What else you guys like this morning? Let's see here. Can you look at Zoom? Yeah, we can. ZM. So Zoom here, man, no volume, so it's really not in play. And again, this is a company that it's very difficult to trade, guys. The volume is very, very light. Probably has gotten better since it's $80, right? Before it was a whole lot higher. So the higher the price, the lower the volume. It seems like there's just the worse it gets as far as spread and everything else. But this one, it's just not a great trader. Never has been. Even when it was booming, man. Nah, actually no. When it was booming here after COVID, we did see some
It
good
used to be
activity.
wonderful.
Yeah, we did see some good stuff, and then it's just was bad, right? So not a great ticker,
Spy trying to
really.
make new lows.
All right. Oh man, that's gonna be something here. Uh, do IPOs trade differently? Oh, yes, they do. Jack Cat. Yes, they do. They trade very different. Um, IPOs. The volume. We've seen really insane stuff with IPOs that makes no sense. Stuff going from like $10 to $80, right? It just makes no sense. And then we've seen IPOs just be very active the first couple of days, and then they kind of slow down into they have news, right, that makes them move for whatever reason, right? So they definitely trade very different. I believe Peter still has a webinar on our education center on the stuff he looks for on IPOs, right? Peter, I'm not sure if you still have that, but it's a great webinar. It's very focused on things to look at and what to stay away from. That can hurt you on IPO. Last time I traded an IPO was Dropbox. It was Dropbox. That was the IPO
It's
I
been a
traded with.
while.
Yes, it's been a while. After that, I'm like, you know what? It's just not worth it, man. It's dangerous to day trade
It's a
IPOs.
different kind of trading. You got to
Yeah,
know what you're doing. That's
yeah.
for sure.
Gotta know what you're doing. And Dropbox, by the way, is also on my list of Foot Locker and other tickers I don't trade. It is a horrible it's DBX, right? I think it is. Yeah, it is a horrible day trading ticker, guys. They get volume. Look at this, 70 million. So they get volume, but they oh no, sorry, that's a spy. I'm like, wait, I was shocked. Look at that. There's no way they're getting 70 million. Am I bugging here? No, no, no. Yeah.
Yes, yes,
That's
you
more like
are.
it. That's more like it. So yeah, this is just guys so bad. And it's been like this since they IPO'd. It's been just bad. It's just horrible. Um Rapsilla says last IPO I
Well,
traded was
it was
Ford.
Ford.
Oh man. Starbucks had earnings. Yes, thank you for reminding me. Starbucks actually does trade well. I like Starbucks on earnings. Today might be a whole different ball game because of what the spy's
That
doing,
pre-market is atrocious,
and,
brother.
and pre-market is horrible.
Like,
But I don't know, man. Starbucks. We'll have to wait for the market open because the few times Starbucks has reported, it has been interesting. But now it looks horrible today. So I'm not sure
you
today's gonna be
started
the day,
talking and
man.
pulled that up, and I was like, "What the?
Yeah, yeah.
What the frog?"
Yeah, what the frog, my friend? What the futu is happening here?
Yeah, it's Friday. Thank
Yes, it is.
God.
I'm gonna put as
Been a long
possible,
week,
guys.
guys.
It has been. It's been a long and exciting week. Just the overall plays we've been getting, but yeah, we'll put it on this secondary list. We'll see what happens. Right now, it looks really bad, but let's see at the market open if we could get something out of that. Um,
Oh, Chip's asking about DWAC and remembering when it de-SPACed. Yeah, it's different than an IPO though. But yes, that was wild as well. And the wild has gone to quite boring. I'm looking at it
yeah,
right now.
yeah,
It's traded a whopping 5,800 shares today.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
uh, that's just a no bueno. What's its average? I'm curious. Its volume has dropped off dramatically. This thing used to trade a ton. Now it's doing a $2 million, 2 million shares a day
Uh, Wonder why is that? Why did it drop off so bad like that? Um,
because nobody's talking about the namesake that was involved in it.
Oh
like
yeah,
they
yeah,
were
yeah.
before.
Yes, yes,
Not that they're
correct.
not talking about him,
But it
but
was very, it was heavily tied into that.
yeah, it was
Yeah,
all
yeah.
over the.
Because that would have
So
changed this quite a bit. Yeah, yeah. Um, what about
I think Musk
GS?
buying Twitter and changing the policies there had something to do with it
I
as
was gonna
well.
think. I was saying the same thing. That might also have to do something with it as well,
Yeah,
right? Going private. GSUN. GSUN. No, 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 no. No, this is no good. No good. Vincent, yeah, we looked at Google, man.
he's got a lot of things against that GSUN. It's a low float at around 8 million.
Mhm.
It's got low volume. It's a very low price stock. You might even consider it a penny stock under $5.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
No catalyst, no
Nothing good
volume
on
really.
this one. Yep.
Yeah, be careful with that, guys.
Why do I believe the bull market is back on? No, man, I don't. I have no idea. I just put that on the title. Get your attention. I see I did, so that's good.
You're
And
here.
you're here,
That's
so
why.
it worked. I did an Elon Musk on that, right? Just tweet something out and get somebody's attention.
Would
Um,
you set the account to private?
no, no, no. I put the title of the YouTube is "Market Bottom is in, Bullish Rally Starting."
Just
So
wait. Yeah, it's
we
clickbait.
don't. It's
You guys are
clickbait, man.
right.
And you know what? And I'm actually 50% right
Just
because on Twitter I ask, if the bottom is the market rallying, and 50% of you guys say yes, and 50% said no. So if I could agree, have 50% agree with me, I'm in good shape. You know, so
Carlos sold y'all out. Just wait. Next week's going to be feet picks to get you in.
but it's a good question. It's a good debate. I don't know. Someone gave a great answer. They said, I think the bottom is in, but we're gonna head back down and retest that again. And you know what? I agree with that. I could agree with that. He says we're gonna come back down and hang around here for a while, but the bottom is in. So it's a nice response. All right, guys, 9:13. Let's get to our moderators lineup. If you haven't done so already over on YouTube, as I put this together here to show you what our team is watching, hit that thumbs up. We are sitting at 120. We'd love to be over 200, 250. Today would be amazing. Spy is continuing to, test the lows here. It's trying to hang on here as much as it can, but seems like there's a lot of pressure to head that down at the moment. Let's get our moderators list here, see what our friends are watching, and then from there, guys, we will head over to see Brian. Brian, prepare for the market open. So let me disable this so you guys don't get the mirror effect. And here we go. So there we are. So we have Eamon, AMD, which was incredible yesterday. And then we also have Baba for a potential short. So long for AMD, Baba for a short. Mike is looking at Apple and Nvidia and Tesla. Here's the IPOs we are talking about earlier. So we have a few more today. This is the feature one that we talked about yesterday. We gave you some good public information on there.
That's not coming out today, brother.
Oh, it's not coming out today? No? Okay, okay. So be on the lookout for that when it does come out. It might be next week, which is again, as we mentioned earlier, it's normal. Here's Peter. AMD, Apple, Amazon, secondary list, Google, Nordstrom, and Ford on his secondary list there. We'll see if anybody else has anything else here. But if not, when we switch over to Brian, I'll keep this up so you can see moderators put their list here as it changes. Oh, there it is. Updated IPO list there, and you can see LCIN is off the list for today. So next week sometime. Um, all right, Peter's list is here. Okay, we got everything. Excellent. Wait for Brian to hop on, guys, and then we'll switch over to him. Guys, it is Friday. We had an incredible week. So if you're crushing it, you know, knowing enough is enough because it sucks to get into a situation when you start giving some of the gains back and you give more than you're supposed to, right? So you definitely got to pay to play, but don't overpay on your chance to play, right? So just very, very important to keep that in mind as you're setting up for your trading day today to close out the week and start the month, right? So again, just be careful out there, be disciplined today. I see a lot of great trading happening over the last couple of days. Let's keep it that way. Let's not force things. Um, all right, here's Megan with her list Meta and the Spy. So that's very good.
All right.
All right. We'll wait for Brian and we'll switch over to him and he'll take us through uh, the preparation here. Very good. Very good. Uh, Thanks, guys, over on YouTube. Appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. Excellent. All right. Cheers. Thank God it's Friday. Yes. 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 Yes.
Brian's rushing to put his pants on.
Yes. Brian is getting together there. In the meantime, let's take a look at our overall market here. Getting a bit of a bounce of 411.08. Last sip of tequila. Yeah. All right. Here's his list. And once he comes on, I'll switch over to him. He's looking at Tesla, Apple, Amazon, Nvidia, Starbucks, and SQ this morning. So excellent.
All right. Guys, I got to mute. I got background noise, but take care. Trade safe. Have a great weekend. See you Monday morning.
All right, Norm, you got it, my friend. I'll talk to you soon. Okay. I enjoyed the ice skating. Yeah, it's still ice on the ground in Texas, guys. I mean, it was pretty bad based on what Norm was describing the last couple of days. Yeah, okay. Man. Today is cold here. Today is 27 right now, and the high is gonna be like 29. So it's gonna be pretty chilly. I think it's supposed to get colder even this weekend. I thought it was like a desert. Jack Cat. No, no, no. You've been watching too many Wild Wild West movies, man. No. Well, it's shouldn't be as cold as it is now, that's for sure. And here it is, Peter sharing his weather forecast. -17. Yeah, it's hot over here compared to that. All right, I'll put my volume up when Brian comes on. He can just cut me off. Tesla bearish today? Who knows? Who knows? I mean, this thing can really go anywhere from here, to be honest. It really can. So I wouldn't have a bias on it. Now it is, on the daily, is it extended? Yes, it's been had this run that's been incredible, right? So maybe it's a small pullback, but the thing today is you got to be on the lookout for what the market wants to do, right? This is going to be a big indicator you want to have on your list today, on your screen. What is the overall market going to do? Because this is going to push things around left or right. So you want to be aware of the market on something like a Tesla, where Tesla can do its own thing, but when you have the market dropping like this on the numbers that came out earlier today, it's going to have a big effect on things. So I always have a chart a chart of the SPY up, and what I do is I tend, and more often than more recent now, more often than not, I tend not to want to go against this guy, right? Whatever this guy's doing, if I can find opportunity where I see an open range breakup in the direction of the SPY, where I see a high of day breakout in the direction of the SPY, I would prefer doing that opposed to taking one of those plays against the SPY, right? So um it's not per se like a strategy, but if you can be on, if you have the option to be on the side that the crowd is running with, right? You want to be in that crowd, right? So that's what you want to do here. So I've been really focused on that. I think it gives the breakout a big opportunity to continue. You know, yeah, and again, it doesn't always work, right? There's some things like Tesla can do his own thing. Baba, we've seen it do his own thing. Meta, they've been having news a bit. They can do their own thing, but when you have those two combinations, like an AMD spy running, running hot, and you put those together, and there's more conviction that hey, we're going this way. Let's hop on, let's get off before we decide to turn around. Um, Brian, cut me off because I'll keep talking. I don't want Brian to think that I'm waiting that he's waiting on me to get off the mic.
Okay.
Cut me off, man, because I'll keep talking until 9:30. Guys, Trey say Brian, I'm gonna switch over to him over on YouTube, and I'll see you guys on Monday. Have an amazing weekend.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Carlos. Good morning, Norm. Yeah, so jobs number came in really hot, like more than twice what was expected. So got the reaction we're getting now. Market didn't like it too much, obviously. So, and then we've got all these earnings reports out from Apple, Amazon, Google. So, yeah, exactly. Yeah, there was, I think, what is it? The unemployment rate, 3.4%. Saw something about that not being at that number since 1969. So, yeah, that's incredible. 1969. What were you doing in 1969 when you were born? Well, let's see, Hotel California. Yeah, going down to see the Doors on Sunset Boulevard. At the Whiskey A Go Go. So I'm just waiting to see what things are going to look like in another 5 minutes. I'm watching Tesla. Tesla's kind of flatlining right now. They're trying to keep it around 185. The SPY and the Qs are kind of holding here. Yeah, Kenneth. Yeah. Oh, everybody knows the Doors. I mean, that's it's one of those bands that never goes away, like AC/DC. Yeah, volume picking up a little bit on the SPY. Amazon's dropping, so yeah, Apple missed their numbers. A lot of it. I guess when you deep dive into the numbers, I think a lot of it was maybe China related. That's where they missed. That's where they really missed their numbers. So it looks like Amazon's getting weaker. Why is J&W is on the scanner? Why is it? Why JWN, I should say. Nordstrom's. They must have. Did Nordstrom's report? Because they're gapping up a lot. I'm short Amazon right now. It's back down to low of day. Maybe I'll cover some here. Just cover a little more. 105.31. Little pre-market trade. Don't usually do that, but I just like the way it looked. Started to roll over there. This, see if it loses this 104. Want to see if it gets into the 104s. There's a fairly big bid at 105. It's only 3,000 shares, but there isn't a whole lot of ladder to the upside, so probably probably going to go there. The Qs just took a bit of a drop. Here we go. We're printing 105 now. No fill yet. There we go. Just got filled there. Just under 105, 104.95. Yeah, there's an S2 here at 104.97. So it's kind of where I was looking for a fill. All right. So probably we'll trade this as a rising devil on, and Tesla's finally losing it here. So we get closer to the open. 2 minutes, guys, to the open. Tesla and Amazon are kind of the two I'm watching right now. Should change stuff up here. Apple's not really doing anything. What else did I say I was going to watch? Starbucks could be interesting. Ooh, Starbucks really lost it. Jesus.
Holy Hannah. Good morning.
Holy Hannah. Good morning, Peter.
I think Andrew's going to be here. I don't see sign of him yet, but hopefully he'll arrive. I know that Thor was busy this morning with the kids, so I thought I'd jump in. This is one of these mornings that I just, you get so excited because it looks like there's a lot to trade, but I hate the fact that everything is gapping down, but sort of was moving up pre-market. So it's going to make me pretty cautious at the open because I just don't know which way they're going to go.
Yeah, I'm watching Amazon and Tesla. I think both of them are going to be weak. Tesla's got a pre-market yesterday's low of what's it, 182.60. Here we go.
There's the bell. We'll see where we go.
I'm still short a little bit of Amazon, just watching it here, see what it does.
Thanks for joining us on YouTube, everybody that's out there. Have
Thanks,
a great trading day, and
sure. I'm short Tesla. I'm short Tesla after that rejection of the 9.
Nice, Brian. I was
Okay,
watching
well,
Apple,
we'll
and